So I got stranded. The villain, if you like, of this story is United Airlines, but I think doesn't surprise anyone. So let's backtrack a little. Last week I attended CPPCon. It was a conference about C++. It went great. Met lots of interesting people, maybe even met a few friends, and gave a few talks, including one about what I'm doing here. So it really went well. And then Saturday, which is October 7th, I was supposed to fly back home to Israel. And I woke up in the middle of the night from lots of messages from my family saying, make sure you have a flight. And indeed, when I checked the flights, it said I was supposed to fly from Denver, where the conference was, to San Francisco, and from San Francisco to Israel. And I saw that the flight from San Francisco to Israel was cancelled. So in the morning, I contacted United and said, do you want me to board the flight to San Francisco? And they rearranged and they said, oh, we have a flight that isn't cancelled going through New York. I had my doubts. I said, okay. It was the next day, so it was on Sunday morning. So I had to extend the stay at the hotel. The hotel is the Marriott Gaylord Rockies. And here's where I have to point out that everybody were super nice and super helpful. The concierge at the hotel really went out of his way to help me out. His name is Alan, by the way. When he couldn't extend my stay because the hotel was fully booked, he called the supervisor, I forgot her name, I'm sorry, who also was very nice. Not only did she find me, or allowed me to stay in my room, but also extended the conference rate, which was about half the usual rate they take for a room. The conference organizers were really, really nice and really, really helpful. Even the C++ community all stood up to help wherever needed. People in Denver and people along the route in New York and other places offered to host us. So on that front, really everybody came together, except United. The thing is, eventually I talked to a friend that lives in Connecticut, which is about halfway between Boston airport and the New York airports. And in order for him not to drive 3 hours to pick me up, I asked United to allow me another stop at Hartfield Airport. And they wouldn't do it. They referred me to ticketing. Ticketing was outsourced to India, I think. An Indian rep for an hour. Of all the people in United I talked to, he was the only one who showed empathy and really tried to help. So for an hour he tried to add that stop and couldn't, and at the end he said, okay, I'll transfer you to a supervisor. And she was A, not Indian, and B, not helpful at all. She said, yeah, that's the policy, deal with it. And it's you can't add a stop like that free of charge. I said, fine, I'll pay. And they said, okay, $5,000 to add a stop. Just to give you some reference, the whole ticket was $1,200, and flight round trip from Denver to Hartfield and back is $300. So they wanted $5,000 to add that stop. So I said, okay, never mind. And I took the leg that wasn't cancelled from Denver to Newark, and my friend drove 3 hours, picked me up and drove back. That's where I am right now. And what United did was cancel, erase from the itinerary the continuation flight that was cancelled, and as far as they're concerned, the ticket is completely fulfilled. They haven't even answered my request for a refund yet. So, and I really thought about whether I should do it. I originally thought maybe I'll just post to my Patreon supporters, or because I don't like to do personal stuff on the channel, and I don't like to do political, which is verging on the channel. I think this channel is about technology as it should be, but the thing is, I'm angry. Everybody I interacted with understood that this is an unusual circumstance, and some leniency is needed, except for the United reps. All of them, the ones at the airport in Newark, the ones on the phone, again, except for that one Indian guy who really tried to help, but it wasn't within his authority. Everybody else were like, oh yeah, you pay for your own hotel, do something. So that's it. Right now I have an El Al flight, which by some miracle they can fly to Israel, where, never mind, on Sunday. And I'm trying to make it earlier because that means I'm staying a whole extra week beyond what I meant to. And that's it. I will resume the more technical content as soon as I can. Thank you for watching.